Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Lindy, aka Paleobarbie. This recipe is going to be for a goat cheese egg white muffin. I hope you enjoy this recipe. Let me know if you make it and let me know what other variations you do. So let's get this recipe started. Alright, for this recipe you're going to need a muffin pan with either liners or you can spray it, some spinach, fresh spinach, or you could use frozen if you wanted to, some goat cheese, egg white liquid, some cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes, and then whatever seasonings you like. I'm going to use salt and pepper and then some Danos, but you could use whatever you want. I like to make these, I like to add a little spice to them, but my granddaughter likes to eat them, so I'm not going to add that today. I can add it on top of it with hot sauce or something. But what I'm going to do, it's a really easy recipe and it's really tasty, is I'm going to put my spinach and tomatoes in the bottom of these. I'm going to cut the tomatoes in half. Each one will have about 3 halves. And then I'll pour in my liquid egg white and spices and kind of mix it around. And then we'll put in our goat cheese in each one. And then we're just going to bake it on 350 until they're firm. And it's a super easy, lean breakfast. Alright, I've got my spinach and tomatoes in here. I also usually use garlic powder, but I'm out. But there is garlic in my Danos seasoning, so I'm just going to use that. But I've got a few leaves of spinach smushed down there. You could smush down as much spinach as you like in there. You could use any kind of green that you want. And so each one has 3 halves, or a couple of mine cut into quarters because they were super big. And now I'm going to put in my egg whites, my seasoning, and my goat cheese. Alright, the egg white liquid is in. Now I'm going to add my seasonings and then last my goat cheese. Alright, the seasoning's in, so now I'm just going to take you could use a spoon, fork, knife, whatever. I already have a knife out, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm just going to mix it up so that it's evenly distributed in here with this. I'm going to do that to all of them, and then I'm going to add my goat cheese. Alright, the goat cheese is in. I'm going to put this in the oven at 350. It takes about 20 minutes or so. Just check it. You want it to be firm and not liquidy anymore. And you'll know when it's done just by looking at it. And I had someone ask me not too long ago, why do I use egg whites if I'm keto? Why am I not just eating the whole egg? I do eat whole eggs, but there are days when I want to use my fats in other ways for another recipe, or I want to have an avocado, you know, whatever the case may be. So I want to save my fat from the egg and add it in another way, if that makes any sense. Because I'm still trying to get a few pounds off, and I want my body to use its own fat, burn its own fat. So if you've been keto a while and you've been stalled, you might want to try that. You might want to try, you know, you don't have to eat all the fat that if you're figuring out your macros, you do not have to meet that fat macro to lose weight. And sometimes people get that confused and they feel like they have to do that, and that's why they're not losing weight. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Anyways, I'm gonna put these in the oven. Alright, they're out of the oven and ready to go. I'm just gonna let these cool before I eat them. Earlier when I was talking about adding extra fats, like for instance with these, I'll add bacon and maybe some avocado, and that way I'm not getting so much fat from the bacon, the avocado, and the eggs, if that makes sense. But when you first start out with keto, you want to have all that fat and to stay satiated and all that stuff. So, but the longer you've been on it, you kind of have to shake things up a little bit if you still have some to lose. Now, if you're in maintenance, don't worry about it. Eat your whole eggs. Eat what you want to maintain. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Let me know if you try it down in the comments. You can try it with whole egg or egg whites, and put whatever toppings really inside that you want, whatever veggies and type of cheese you like. But I love the goat cheese with the egg whites. It just gives it a nice rich flavor. And yeah, so tell me down in the comments if you make this. Thanks for watching, guys.